All right, pretty well matched.
Yeah.
You'd have to say from the Rogue fans coming out.
Maybe a little bit more for Panthera, but that would sort of make some sense.
They have some fangirls.
It's somewhat the home ground advantage.
I mean, there's a reason that Rascal kind of talked about their players' looks.
Are you saying it's the Lunatic High issue again?
Yes.
Not too many handsome players?
Not nearly as severe as the Lunatic High issue.
Severely handsome.
But
my kingdom to be severely handsome.
I'm more so meant with the severity of how fanatical their fan base is. But I guess yeah, we'll give them that. We'll say that they're severely handsome. Why not?
Yeah, I like it a lot. But we've got relatively identical compositions here as Luffy has decided to hop onto the Ana when we've got the Zenyatta from Unko.
Very surprised that we actually don't see any Sombra starting things off here on the side of University. So
yeah.
A bit shocking to not see that pick come through. But for now, it's just going to be poking back and forth. Both these Tracers trying to build up those pulse bombs as best as possible. Kongdoo Panthera wrapping around onto the high ground for now as they wait for that point to unlock. Rogue just going to be operating down on the low.
Yeah, getting some decent poke in though as Nico, you can see, already down to half health. And Waka Waka has been taken out by Unko. Nicely played here. So Rascal's building this ult charge as quickly as possible. Rogue getting some pretty key first picks.
Yeah, the big recall there for Soon, keeping himself alive, so poking around, trying to build up the pulse bomb as quickly as possible. Goes low yet again, but the healing will be coming through, keeping him topped off. Cap, however, starting to come through for Kongdoo Panthera, almost having 50% of the way there. As Rogue is starting to peel back, but they're just going to opt to go straight through the front door. Push their way back in, and Waka Waka yet again goes down. Tac Visor already built up here for AKM. Going to pop this one out. Looking for a target. Sound barrier's there to match as well, making sure that he's safe.
Yeah, Wiz
go
built
ahead
that
and rip
one up
right through
so
him. Double
quickly.
kill.
Yeah, massive coming out of AKM, and that is going to be the first point picked up by Rogue. Can they hold on to it is the question. We do have Birdring respawning now with the Pulse Bomb available.
I mean, really hard fought to get control over that first one. And Rogue do end up coming out on top. AKM, that was one of the fastest Tac Visors that I've seen in a while.
So quick.
Yeah, built that up very nicely, so good poking out from him.
Even wins as well. I mean, having that sound barrier so early as well.
Yeah.
Already up to 21%. Kongdoo Panthera just getting themselves back in position. Try and unleash this one.
Transcendence.
Yeah, Transcendence has already come out from Unko. Very aggressive usage of that one as Panthera looking to see what they can do. As there's the Pulse Bomb. He's going to take down Unko, but they trade it as Luffy falls as well. Both of these supports falling down. Helix Rocket's going to take down Fisher off to the side as Rascal's just up here unharassed.
He's just free-frying from the top side, but I mean, now he's going to get jumped on. He gets booped off the map, actually, which means that Rogue should maintain control over this.
Yep, backhanded.
As they push back in.
Nicely played by Nox as Nico is going to take down Void and his mech.
Yeah, I was looking a little bit questionable there. You know, Unko going down after the Transcendence. The Pulse Bomb finds him, but there's no real further capitalization. Just getting rid of the Zenyatta. No follow-up means that Kongdoo Panthera can't really push back in. And Rascal, you know, not able to contest that point, just has to sit on the high ground, build up as best as he possibly can. Almost has another Tac Visor ready to go. Maybe that's the opening for them if they can couple it with a nano boost from Luffy, but he's still a ways off on this.
Sound barrier comes out. Now they're looking to try and do some more. Oh my god, AKM just Helix Rockets Birdring right in the face. Void has picked up a kill off to the side though in response as Nox, the front line is going to be going down. You can see Rogue still on this point, still in relative control as we go up to about 86%. Now the fight back comes in from Panthera, but they've lost two already. Rascal has the Tac Visor. He can bring that out when he gets back here, but it might just be too little too late as we're up to 95% already.
Yeah, they're going to pop everything, but it's the double Pulse Bomb coming through. Finds Waka Waka and Rascal. Birdring answers with one, finds Unko, but a triple kill for Soon, who is just destroying on that Tracer at the moment. Into overtime we go. Nano boost down onto Fisher with the Primal Rage as he tries to buy time.
It's most definitely desperation now coming out of Panthera, and you can see Rogue just playing this one out so nicely. Fisher grabs a couple with this Primal Rage.
They have the recap here.
They are going to be able to spill it over, but still.
Ooh.
Rogue, very powerful, full 100%.
I mean, despite that pick coming through from Soon, as he does keep himself alive, almost went down there, but it was really the nano boost on the Winston to help buy time. Primal Rage on top of it means that he can just stay in there for so very long, and they pick off Rogue one after another to get control. But now, 99% accrued for Rogue. They need to hold on to this for so long, Kongdoo, if they want to take this first round on Oasis.
Rogue is so good at coordinating once they have those ultimates, and now they've got so much time to work with, they can have the perfect timing to try and get this point as best they can.
Transcendence used by Unko.
throwing that one down as Birdring can't really stay in here. Pulse Bomb flies out. As you can see now, Rogue are fighting back. That's 3 picks already as Void takes down AKM.
He gets knocked onto the back and he falls, so this is just going to be Rogue's fight to lose. Looks like they will be coming out victorious as that Overwatch
time.
Yeah, that Overwatch time. I mean, technically it is Overwatch time. The overtime ticks down, and they go ahead and pick up University.
Yeah, really nice statement game coming out from Rogue for the first point. See whether they can keep this one up. You can see smiles on their faces. Nico's looking happy, and that is a scary one.
Yeah, Nico being happy is terrifying.
I'm not going to lie to you, it is, because...
I mean, it means that he's feeling comfortable. This is the big thing that we're talking about. And I mean, strong showing here from Rogue soon, especially with that Tracer just destroying time and time again. And AKM looking very comfortable on the Soldier. Kongdoo finally able to get that flip back, but can't hold on to it for long enough. So they lose out on University as we now shift over yet again. One more win as Rogue picks up that first map, sets themselves up for success.
See whether they can keep on this one. Is now Rascal switched over to the Farah. We've got the Pharmacy composition coming out. Pretty standard stuff, but it's with the 2-2-2 composition instead of that triple tank that we have. Sorry, triple DPS. We've been seeing a little bit more with the Pharmacies. Rascal's just going to get ripped out of the sky. AKM. This guy's been playing so well so far.
I mean, one of the things that I wasn't too convinced from with their first performance was AKM on the Farah, but showing, he doesn't even need it to try to go toe-to-toe. The Soldier is more than perfect. Just snipe him out of the sky. Comes up with that first blood, and this is going to establish Rogue very early in onto the point. Fisher trading back one. He takes out soon, but he's going to lose his life at the same time. And first cap comes through from Rogue, and this is looking a bit reminiscent of University.
Yeah, although this was even faster, Achilleos. Dangerous times for Kongdoo Panthera, who really do need to get victories here. Maybe they're setting themselves up for that reverse sweep that we were talking about, but that's not a position you ever want to put yourself in as any team. And maybe Rogue are now starting to answer some of the questions that we have had for them as well. I mean, how dominant are they going to be really when they head into
If you got a stick, that would have been amazing.
But oh, Waka Waka's just going to get taken down. It's like he didn't know it was there.
Yeah, he was just way too distracted, just trying to poke out. He's trying to go DPS Lucio, but instead he gets taken out. So stick doesn't matter. Still finds the kill. And that's just going to hold Kongdoo Panthera even further.
Soon just looks to be able to do anything that he wants.
I mean,
pops up to the jump pad, but it looks like this battle he might actually win. Oh, as he gets another go, that's fantastic.
Yeah, you can jump even faster. Just recall down to the bottom, come back in, jump back up.
Oh, they're just going to try and stagger this D.Va back as much as possible.
Yep, get the kill on the end.
Off the edge.
So, I mean, lots of ultimates available right now for Kongdoo. They almost have a 5th one ready with the barrage getting ready to come up here for them, but again, I think that this is just going to be a similar situation as we saw from X6 versus Afrika Freaks Blue. They might have all these ultimates, but Rogue seem like they can take care of them through the ultimates without having to expend too many of their own.
Rascal's able to get some decent damage off to the side. Discord Orb comes out, lots of damage actually.
And that's going to be that Tech Visor from the backside. No one to protect him, and Luffy goes down right off the bat. No res available. Fisher will fall. Transcendence does get popped out here from the side of Unco, but they are just going to rip right through.
Once again.
They lose wins, that's it. The barrage, which took so long to build up, gets popped out. He only gets 1 kill onto win, so he can zip his way back onto the point. It's about to be 99%. Rogue looking to have that 2-0 round victory to take Oasis.
Yeah, Fisher is just going to jump into the Primal Rage and try and do what he can to stop this one up. He gets one of the kills, but goes down pretty quickly. And now it's about stall. Can Panthera get themselves into a position where they can have everyone around? Oh, Fisher's going to be back up now that the res comes out from Luffy. And they do have the sound barrier. Can they get the flip, though? As Rascal does have decent positioning on the sky, and they do get it.
Yeah, it's buying them some time as they poke back in here, so they will get the recap. But yet again, 99% here for Rogue. Just need that one retake. Nice little boop off for Rascal. Yeah. Finds Uncos. That's a cheeky little play forward.
Very cute.
Only buys them a couple extra seconds here before that respawn.
All those seconds are important, Achilleos. I mean, they've got to try and wait another 80% on this point. And if Rogue get any sort of flip, you have a feeling that it is going to just be it.
Oh, looks for it a second time, doesn't quite get it. Fool me once. No, not going to have the second one there for Unco.
Nope. Well, now Rascal still hunting for targets as Rogue are regrouping now off to the side. Birdring being annoying, as Traces generally do.
It's very deep into the back line, trying to get rid of Unco yet again, but doesn't quite find it.
Has a pulse bomb available, but he's going down very, very low. You can see AKM so good at tracking all of these targets. And Rascal is going to fall down. Once again, I mean, it's a perfect example of exactly what I just said.
It's the big opening here for Rogue as they try to push in. There's no res to bring that Panthera back up. They do lose AKM, however, so Void finding him is going to be a very nice take. Pulse bomb comes through, not going to get a kill.
Yeah, Waka Waka unfortunately going to be taken out here as well, as the Primal Rage has been thrown down by Fisher. 60% now on this point for Kongdoo Panthera.
Now barrier out.
Yeah, Rogue are looking to try and hold on to this one. They should be able to do so, as Birdring is going to get taken down by Soon. Pulse Bomb flies out as well, as Soon is just able to create so much space.
Oh.
Good rocket barrage, though. It's Kongdoo Panthera able to answer back. Rascal kills himself, though, unfortunately. It's not what you want to do.
Yeah, he gets the one, but then loses out. Actually, the barrier, I believe, coming down from Nox, placed right in front of him, means that the explosions from his own barrage kills him. So a very nice little 1v1 play there from the side of Nox, but ultimately Rogue are now losing out on these exchanges. They have that attack visor ready to go, but they have to also get through the res of Luffy, which, with limited ultimates available for Rogue, could be so crucial. If he can get rid of the Pharaoh or the Mercy off the bat, that would be a massive opening, but now it's into double overtime.
Yep, and Rascal getting targeted once again. There's the attack visor. Sound barrier to answer on the side of Kongdoo Panthera. They do have a lot of options here, as AKM, thankfully for Rogue, is still alive. Pushed out, can't really be where he wants to be right now. Is soon down to 6 health and will get taken out by Birdring. This could be the opportunity now for Panthera with a man advantage. Nox is going to fall as well on the side of Rogue. We're looking to go to a 3rd point if Kongdoo Panthera can keep this up.
Transcendence is down. They're trying to stay in this as best as possible. Rascal pops that barrage. The right click comes through, but no one's on the point. And that will actually be City Center picked up by Kongdoo Panthera despite the strong start. I mean, that's kind of understating it. The extremely strong start from Rogue. But they don't find it.
Looked like it was going to be easy for Rogue, but nope. Not going to happen. It's going to be turned around. So Panthera probably feeling the pressure here, understanding that they have to win this series. You could feel the desperation, but it held out.
Well, this is going to be now forced all the way through to Garden for Rogue to pick up this first map, but Kongdoo Panthera bouncing back. I mean, stubbornly sticking with the pharmacy comp, still finding success on it, despite the fact that Rascal ended up killing himself with that last barrage, but otherwise, a nice little turnaround for them. Take it all the way from 99% to a victory, but can they close it out is the question.
Now it is going to be AKM versus Rascal here as the Farah battle is going to commence. A lot of room in the sky, of course, makes so much sense to have this Farah Mercy composition as Rascal immediately takes down wins. Good start for Kongdoo Panthera.
Yeah, it follows up with one on the suit, so already
this could
having
be
a
the
much
answer
better
to my
performance.
question. Rascal with 2 very, very early on.
Still not having as much of a meter built up here on his ultimate as AKM, but they will get the first cap. So a very strong start for the likes of Kongdoo Panthera. See if they can keep this up. How long can they hold on to the point before we have that flip come through?
Yeah, plenty of time to set up positioning as well inside of Kongdoo Panthera, and we'll see what Rogue's tactic is for trying to breach this point. As you can see, AKM diving in from the side, looking for those full-on hits. Finding one. There it is.
Needs more though. The Mercy heals constantly coming through. Unko goes down.
Actually going to kill himself somehow. Drops off the edge.
Might have drifted off the map and there's no one there to pick him up. And then, yeah, AKM goes down. Unko's still at 23% for his Mercy ultimate. Luffy has already built his, used it, and will be surpassing him in ulti percentage. Kongdoo Panthera are playing this out so well on Garden, and Rogue just looking a bit lost now.
Yeah, looking like everything's gone a little bit awry. Rogue, it might be time to change up this tactic because that percentage bar is ticking up and they don't want to lose on control. I mean, we know that Rogue, control is such a good map type for them as Luffy is going to get that sound barrier to help him out as everyone, just so many ultimates available here for Kongdoo Panthera, and Rogue are trying to get out as many of them as possible. It's just looking so dangerous as Birdring just snaps himself back, gets all of that health, and they're pushing them so far away from this point.
The tracking from Birdring right now is just so on point, following through, getting wins, getting soon.
Oh, God.
And they take out AKM right at the end.
We'll be ticking up to about 80%. Only a couple more pushes available here for Rogue. They need to get all the coordination that they're known for. All of these things that Rogue are so good at needs to come together right now. They've got 4 ultimates. Now's an opportunity for them to try and make something happen. Sound barrier is very close to making that 5.
Rogue might just have to dump everything into this push. Double res available here on either side. Barrage comes down.
Does come out, but they've picked off the Mercy very, very quickly. Rogue, an opportunity now as Rascal throws down the ultimate. Answering ultimate, actually, as both of the Pharos have utilized theirs. So we're now into overtime, though, and Kongdoo Panthera are losing their lives. Only half of them left remaining, and Rogue looks to be able to switch this one back.
That is that's the kind of tracking that AKM has needed this entire time. Snipes Fisher right out of the sky, delays him very heavily on the respawn. And the biggest thing was getting rid of Luffy before he could use the resurrection. That's what really added in for Rogue able to get back in this. AKM dropping down the barrage, immediately got killed by Rascals, but he's able to be brought back to life because Unko stayed safe. But now, 99%, can they do what Kongdoo Panthera just did to them on City Center and hold this all the way through?
Yeah, now the fire battle. Oh, AKM in trouble. Gets knocked back, just needs one more. There it is, too easy for Rascal. Sets that one up really, really nicely. Pulse Bomb is going to find a kill, but just going to be a bit of zoning out of the self-destruct. Nox gets up a kill for himself as both of the Winstons have been able to take down the Lucios.
The winds went down, and that means that Nox is going to fall as well. He gets taken out soon. Going down as Kongdoo Panthera very aggressively look for this retake. They get rid of the D.Va. They might just have it.
Birdring is just going off right now. Void's able to take down AKM there as well with a lot of help from that Tracer.
That should be it.
It's looking to be as Kongdoo Panthera have managed to get that point back. A rocket barrage is there to seal the deal. First control goes over to Kongdoo Panthera. And what looked like it was just going to be 2-0 for Rogue. And
get it.
all right, on to Numbani. We've all got it. We're all ready.
Always getting it, except for that one time. Which is probably the only time we haven't got it.
Yeah, no, it was rough, but at least now we've got it twice in a row. Things are feeling a whole bunch better as Kongdoo on the defense first time, and Waka Waka has at least left the base as the Torbjorn, and we have seen the Torbjorn being utilized on Numbani for the first point.
This is, yeah, growing in popularity. See where Waka Waka wants to throw down his turf. We've seen a couple different locations for it. Looks like he might be going for the staircase. But honestly, the one that I've been liking quite a bit is to the left side of the point going down into the streets phase. You place it right up against that Unity Plaza building, and it just has sight over the entire point. And most people aren't ready for it, and most people can't really get into a position to actually take it out early on for the push.
Rascal, bit of fan service here. Side of Kongdoo playing the defensive Genji. Nico going to be jumping on the Genji as well, so now's the test for Rogue's Genji player as they hop over to the triple DPS. Just the way Rogue likes it.
The tried and true coming through for these guys. Honestly, if they can isolate Luffy, take him out early, that would be crucial for them. To be no more healing available for the side of Kongdoo Panthera. That could open them up and push in on the map. Now though, Birdring missing out on that first hook. So we won't have that nice and early pick, but Rogue likely not going to be diving in balls to the wall yet. Just going to be poking out where they can with AKM in on the soldier.
Yeah, well, there's the Helix rocket to take down the turret. So first up, already good work, but they may have tunneled onto that too much because 3 are already dead on this side of road. Make that 5. My God, Panthera. We're going to have to rethink what they're going to do on the attack.
Well, I said they needed to get Luffy, but they got it after they had already lost all their lives.
Yeah.
Really good biotic grenade coming through from him, denying those the healing down onto AKM, the rest of the team. So very easy chase in for Fisher to go ahead and finish off those kills.
I swear, Waka Waka, oh my goodness, going down extraordinarily low. He's going to survive for the moment though. Get some heals back there as well as Rogue have got themselves onto this point. They're looking for that first tick. Can't quite get it yet though, as now Kongdoo Panthera throw down the Nano Blade. Pulse Bomb comes in, does manage to nail Luffy. The immobile Ana a little bit in prey to that, but they're trading kills left, right, and center. We've only got 2 left alive here on the point for Kongdoo Panthera, and Rogue have been doing well. AKM grabs himself that turret one more time as Attack Visor comes in.
There's going to be a second tick coming through, maybe even just the cap unless they want to go for a last-ditch build defense here. Dashing in his bird ring, but has to go ahead and recall out. Waka Waka dropping it in. And yeah, he's just going to get taken out right off the bat, so that should be the cap here for Rogue. So very nice start. Just under 5 minutes available for the Streets phase.
Yeah.
Oh, and a very nice stagger on the left.
Really nice offensive coming out from Rogue. And yeah, will that stagger actually allow them to nullify a lot of this Streets phase as well, get themselves to this corner?
Well, this will be Waka Waka shifting back over to Lucio. Obviously, you don't want to run the Torn Buren on the Streets phase, so they do have that speed boost to help them get back towards the payload a bit quicker, but you can already see Rogue able to posture so far forward.
Yeah, almost already
trying to poke out where they can.
Towards second point, so nicely done. Soon dancing around the side here as well, has himself another pulse bomb built up. Rascal with that Dragon Blade available as well. Defense Matrix comes in, soon throws down the pulse bomb, just wants to get rid of that mech, but doesn't manage to. Void just takes him down in response. Nico throws out the Dragon Blade, really good reflect, and he's able to take down Luffy.
It gets rid of that biotic grenade, turns it back around onto Luffy, making sure that he couldn't get healed up by anybody. But, I mean, didn't find too much else for that Dragon Blade. I think it's saved right there in the last second by AKM.
And Waka Waka taken down by AKM there as well. Defense Matrix just on the retreat here from Void, but it looks like it's not going to save his mech. Little Diva is going to be killed as well. His tracking is out of control. Achilleos, this guy's pretty dang good.
And this is why I said that, I want to see AKM more so on the Soldier than the Ana, because it seems like, with these...
Yeah, the hit scan really seems to be his thing, man.
Whereas the projectile still leaves a bit to be desired. So something that certainly can be practiced up, try it out every now and then, but when you're continually losing those exchanges against Rascal, you have to rethink it. But look at this flank!
The attack visor flank from AKM immediately turned on here by the defense matrix of the Diva and then taken out. So nicely done. It's actually Nico that takes down Rascal as well on the back end. But Panthera looking to try and hold this one off. And they do so quite nicely, but this is on the final stretch for Rogue.
I mean, they said that the team play was going to be the big thing for them coming into this. They all execute on that play, but honestly, the communication from Kongdoo Panthera, Void especially immediately turning around, blocking out those tac visor shots from AKM. And this really means that play just bites him in the ass in the end.
Yeah, Waka Waka going to be destroyed here as well, though, as Rogue looking to try and get a bit more of an attack on. They're losing a fair bit of their health bars, but a lot of healing to come out from Wins to help things out. Unko there as well with the Orb of Harmony. Void gets a self-destruct kill under Wins though, so this could be something for Kongdoo to try and fight back. Only one support remaining. Birdring's going to fall down though, and Rogue, with all of that DPS that they have, so it is a 2-2-2 composition, still able to get a lot of work done.
Now they'll go ahead and pop Void out yet again, take him out, and they can get that payload moving again. Rascal does have his tac visor ready to go, and Luffy can pair that with a nano boost, but they're rounding the last corner, pushing in for point C, and still have 3.5 minutes on the clock just about. Rogue, feeling like they may be able to finish this one off. Fisher swaps over to the Reinhardt though.
Do have tac visor available here. There's the nano visor. Oh no, he actually hasn't thrown that visor on just yet. That nano boost is enough to grab a couple of kills. Now the visor comes in. See whether he can find some more. Soon's going to fall. Now Rogue backing away. Not going to be able to grab it on this push, but they've got a lot more opportunities now with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, the rollback just started to come through. Still about 5 meters, all that they need in order to finish off this game. And I mean, getting a finish on Nimbani is already a bit of a statement, as it's proved increasingly difficult as of late. We've seen more and more of those holds in the Streets phase, even on point A.
Oh, especially the last section as well, just with the fact that the spawn is so close and there's so many avenues. And this choke point here is just so difficult. You've got such a run back. Chase down potential from Kongdoo Panthera is difficult. Now they've set themselves up defensively in a nice way.
They're going to try to zone them back.
Come in. Yeah, good zoning.
Oh, gets Waka Waka!
Actually takes him down, exactly right. Birdring is able to answer though as both Lucios fall down. So it's an even playing field, 5-on-5, but look at this positioning from AKM. Just behind his front line, able to throw down this tac visor. We've got a Reinhardt there as an emergency. Pick up on the side of Kongdoo Panthera, but they throw down the sound barrier. Is it going to be enough though? They've already lost 3. Unko in trouble, but he's not going to fall. Waka Waka, is he going to die? No, he's not. He throws himself down his own sound barrier. The tac visor also got the nano boost on top of it, so Rascal's able to answer.
And crucially, Waka Waka lives for so long on top of the payload, stops it from moving forward any further. The melee hits now coming through from the likes of Nox, trying to boop them off, trying to get that payload moving back in. But Fisher picks up a double kill. AKM and Wins both going down. Now they're chasing in, trying to get rid of these retreating members of Rogue. They will find Nox, looking for Soon. They get him in the end as Birdring chases forward. And they'll continue holding this. They've drained out about half of the clock since Rogue hit this point. Rollback will keep coming through, and it's 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, this is getting to dangerous times here for Rogue, who made that Streets phase look so incredibly easy. His final push is just looking very difficult. Fisher. Reinhardt, certainly one of his original favorites, making it look like he hasn't lost any practice.
This could really test Rogue's target selection. Unco has the Transcendence, he can stick in. There's only one person that can boop him off, and that's going to be Waka Waka.
So
But already,
the back line, wanting to stop Erdring from getting this flank on the Roadhog.
I mean, they're just getting taken out. Yeah. Realistically, they have one more push. 40 seconds on the clock. Everybody going down. You can see Nico going ahead, executing himself so he can respawn with the rest of the team, get out safely. Because any stagger from this point on is essentially handing a victory, or very closely handing a victory over to Kongdoo Panthera. Rogue, they're just going to have to push in all at once, but they don't know that Birdring has this flank position. If he can execute Unco yet again, that might just be the game.
Well, of course, it's one of the dangers of being a particular hero, but that's a self-destruct, not really doing too much. Birdring is able to pick up Nico off to the side, and once again, Kongdoo doing very, very well. AKM's just going to get bopped off to the side. Tac visor and all, it doesn't even matter.
Now Rascal
answers, yeah, and there's absolutely no one here to stop him. He just wanted to press his Q button. And that is going to be the defense from Kongdoo Panthera. Such a good start from Rogue, but just couldn't get it over the line.
Looked so close, had so much time in the bank, but fantastic delays coming through from the likes of Kongdoo Panthera, especially Birdring yet again, shifting over to that Roadhog, finding that pick onto Unco, then taking out the D.Va as soon as he pops out from the self-destruct, getting rid of Nico.
Yeah.
So really good stuff. And just seems like good communication from Kongdoo Panthera. As soon as AKM pops that tac visor at the end, even though Reinhardt is running over to get the swing in, make sure that he can't find any kills. I mean, basically all the way to the end for Rogue, so still very solid push on a map where not everybody makes it this far. But Kongdoo Panthera, if they can close out, if they can just go all the way to the finish, then they'll put themselves at match point. So a lot of pressure still here on Rogue.
Yeah, we'll see what Kongdoo Panthera are going to do on this attack, and whether Rogue have any surprises for us on defense. Looks relatively standard for the moment. Going for that 2-2-2 as per usual. Nico back onto the D.Va, not opting into the Genji this time on the defense. And you got Rascal back to what is a tried and true Pharah with Luffy's Pocket Mercy. One thing that I do find interesting is the fact that Birdring has hopped over to this Genji as well, so he's going to be changing things up. I did really, really like the Tracer. Anyway, we'll see if the Sonic Arrow is going to find anything and what he switches back to after that.
Oh, he's going to, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, much better.
Swapping, he's just going through a couple different options. I still expect to see the Tracer, but maybe it will be the Genji. Okay, looks like they were going to stick with this one. So Pharmacy here for Rascal and Luffy yet again. AKM sitting on the soldiers, so does have that opportunity to go ahead and snipe them right out of the sky. And it's just going to be the 2-2-2 on both sides.
Try and scope out what composition Rogue have actually picked up for themselves here as well. So a bit of a scouting mission from Rascal, just flying around for the moment. Able to get a lot of damage down. They spot the Winston over to the side, but AKM, he's got himself into a really good position round on the flank. Oh, Bionic Grenade actually tears apart Fisher, making sure that he's super easy to take down. Really nicely played. AKM untouched now, just tracking Rascal. Oh God. Those Helix rockets.
And Nico's there to pick up the kill. Really great accuracy prediction from the side of AKM. So when he's playing the fair, the prediction is not always there, but when he's playing the soldier, the prediction on the Helix rockets is pretty on point, you'd have to say. Really great snipe there, and that's going to throw a wrench in the push from Kongdoo Panthera. They did get one tick in onto the point. So not a fruitless push, but still not coming up with the cap.
Pushed all the way back there as well. So impressive play. Still plenty more opportunities here for Kongdoo Panthera to lock down this point, but they do actually need to get meaningful picks. Try and buy themselves some position. AKM, he is most certainly the target here, especially from Rascal, who's
I mean, look at this.
Popping a lot.
Rascal is keeping everybody
Oh my
contained in,
God.
pops the barrage,
Kills
but
himself.
yeah, gets killed right against the wall, gets rezzed back in, but won't have the ultimate for effectiveness. But maybe that doesn't matter because the rest of his team is just getting shattered right now.
Yeah, Fisher's able to take down AKM. That is so important. He is instrumental in working this one out. The self-destruct comes in, but Nico can't find anyone with it. This is looking like Kongdoo Panthera being able to take down the first point, and in pretty decent time as well. Still 2 minutes on the clock, and they're still getting these kills with ultimates to spare.
That'll be it there. Finally get the cap coming through for them. 4.5 minutes on the clock. Similar time bank to what Rogue had moving into the Streets phase.
The Rogue had a fantastic stagger on the Streets phase, so Kongdoo Panthera not quite with the same level
This is true.
of control.
Yeah, they won't have nearly as much free time to work with and just get that shove in on the payload. But Rascal went from absolutely destroying to just destroying himself in a matter of seconds. And Luffy was like, it's all right, I got the reset button. Bring you back to life.
He did create enough havoc, though, just to make sure that everyone was dispersed on the side of Rogue.
I think it warranted the embarrassing finish to his life. I think it made up for it.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I think that's always worth it. There's something funny to be done. It's nicely done. Oh my goodness, that was looking close with the snapback. He's gonna get soon out of there. Oh God, Rocket Barrage flies through. Barrier eaten immediately as Nox is trying to do what he can to stop this Pharah from doing the work, but nope, not enough. Dragon Blade's there from Birdring in the back line, and it's gonna be a mechanical man and a monkey fighting things out.
You can see though, I mean, Nox pops that Primal Rage, but then just goes ahead and ejects himself from the fight, so effectively burns out the cooldown without getting much use of it. So just loses out on that soon, really far forward. Does build up very closely to the Pulse Bomb, but now has to respawn, run all the way back in. So one more corner to be rounded by Kongdoo Panthera, and then they're looking at that point B cap coming through very swiftly. So even without that initial stagger, they win the fight quite handedly, and they keep the payload moving.
Yeah, you can see all of this harassment coming out. Good deflection there from Birdring. Does a fair bit of damage. Unko taking a lot. Discord Orb did get used, so he had to get himself out. Now back through. Okay, AKM able to take down Fisher, so the front line has been suffering. Really good tac visor doing some work, but there's the res. Kongdoo Panthera are going to try and get everyone back up again, but it's not enough. Rogue just turn it on. And Unko even able to throw a whole bunch of herbs.
Fisher could win this.
Orbs, sorry, into Fisher. Okay, never mind.
I meant to say Unko could win this.
Yeah, he did.
Either way, both of them could have won that fight, but Unko comes out on top. The aggressive Zenyatta. I mean, when you have such a big hitbox and you're just sitting in front of the Zenyatta, it's really tough to not land those orbs. But very nicely done by him.
Doe would be proud.
Yes, he would. Somewhere he's smiling.
All right, so Rogue made it back onto this point now, stopping it on the Streets phase. Trying to create some normalcy for themselves. Kongdoo Panthera wanting to get themselves an aggressive push. Good positioning by Nox though, making sure that they can't use that flanking position to try and get themselves in. And Rascal now trying to create some room. Rocket Barrage flies through, grabs a double kill and sacrifices himself to the self-destruct. Luffy's going to be taken down though, and Rogue now trying to fire back soon. Has a lot of room to work now with that sound barrier that was just utilized. Void takes down Nox though, and Wins is going to fall as well, so Rogue losing control at this point.
Self-destruct thrown down, just to try to zone them back as best as possible to get the pop in onto Void. As they try to take him out, trying to get that payload moving yet again, but it's just constantly in contention. 2.8 meters, all that they need to go ahead and get this cap. As much time as Rogue can buy, it's going to be so crucial. That's why they want to commit in for this. They want to just go ahead and hold this as long as possible. Unko using the Transcendence, keeps the hopes alive as the Winstons go forward.
Yeah, AKM there as well, just tracking all of these targets. Rascal a little bit too low, and he's going to be taken down.
The res,
nicely
though.
done, fantastic res from Luffy, denies all of that good work out of Rogue.
No, but they trade it right back in. Rascal and Birdring both go down. The DPS taken out. It's 0.4 meters. All that Kongdoo need to get this cap, but they're less than a minute on the clock.
Primal Rage trying to get some more time here, but look, they've got 50 seconds to go, and I feel like that Primal Rage may have been a little bit of a rush of blood to the head because Fisher needed to back away, and he couldn't utilize that at all.
Well, now 40 seconds. Kongdoo. A lot of pressure on them if they want to move to match point. Otherwise, Rogue looking to tie the series up 1-1 soon. Sitting on the high ground, maybe looking for the pulse bomb, tosses it out, finds the hit, can't quite get the kill on the Fisher. He stays alive.
Rascal takes down soon though as he switched over to that Soldier 76. Birdring with a pulse bomb available as well. Self-destruct comes out, AKM with another tac visor, picks himself up one. Actually hasn't found one just yet. Finally able to grab himself a mech, but that's not it. They get themselves to the next point, and Rogue have to back away.
Yeah, they're in too deep. They have to go ahead, let that one
And they're trying to keep.
go over.
Never mind. Bit of a Sum 41 reference.
I'm not
I feel
gonna
like
take your
that's
bait.
beyond everyone's time, so I get it, I get it. I knew you know what I meant though.
I was right there with you. I just didn't grab it fast enough.
All right, now Rogue just storming onto this payload.
I don't see Birdering. Oh, now they do. All right, somebody noticed.
Just dashes himself all the way out. Would have been hilarious if he just snapped himself back in there. But isn't going to. AKM getting some free shots, building up that tack visor once again. You can see Fisher, he's gone back to the Reinhardt. They love to do this towards the end of this point. So there's the sound barrier. Rogue really want to try and put some dents in, but Kongdoo Panthera, they've got so much to work with. Luffy, so low. Might want to use the res a little bit early just because it's getting real dangerous. The triple kill with the self-destruct.
That is going to be a massive opening here for Kongdoo Panthera if they can just get the payload moving. Birdring sells the pulse bomb to help take out the tankier members, such as Nox, who has that primal rage ticking up at the moment. 35 seconds, and a massive opening coming through from Void. They still have 3 ultimates on the board as Fisher nearly has that Earth Shatter as well. Kongdoo Panthera have so much that they can work with, and Rogue, their backs are against the wall.
20 seconds to go. Kongdoo Panthera still have a fair way to go to get this finished. As there's the barrier. It is going to be Nico taking down Rascal, but nothing to be found with the self-destruct. Earth Shatter's here now for Fisher, and he can throw it down when he needs it. Good barrier comes in as he's just creating positional advantages for Kongdoo Panthera.
Drops it down!
Oh, there it is! The triple man Earth Shatter, and that could just be that. As soon as trying to stay on this point, that's the team wipe, and Kongdoo Panthera are going to be able to push this one forward.
That's it. Massive Earth Shatter coming up from Fisher. Waiting for that bubble to drop. Beautifully done by him, and beautiful opening. The triple kill on. I get it. All right, well, the fans here on both sides showing a lot of gusto, especially that girl leading the cheer for Kongdoo Panthera.
She was out of control. She should get a job up here with us, honestly.
I think
she can do some yelling.
She's trying to give the Lunatic High fans a run for their money.
Well, it was scarily close. And we know how terrifyingly loud the Lunatic High fans are.
Yeah, she's doing a decent job.
Not too bad. Well, Rogue, pretty standard composition here in the 2-2-2 variety on the defense. Not going for any Torbjorns or sneaky stuff like that this time around. Rascal hovering over a Widowmaker, but I think he's just playing with our hearts for the moment.
Well, we see this every now and then on attack on Hanamura, so honestly I wouldn't be too shocked if we see this
I just don't want to get my
through.
hopes up, you know?
That's true.
The Widow hopes.
You know, once upon a time I would tell you not to get your Bastion hopes up, but we actually saw this on Tuesday.
We did. We did.
And it was
attack Bastion as well?
No, it was defense, but it was relatively successful. I think that definitely could have been better, but it altered the enemy play style and their mentality, so that was the big thing. But here we go. Rascal will be opening up on the Widowmaker. Already finds a one-tap headshot.
Yeah, nicely done. Taking a bit of damage. Has bought them some space here as well, as he did have to back away. So
already popped Nico out of the mech as well.
Yep, Void grabs that one. Soon actually getting healed up very effectively.
Birdring is just sitting on the point, capping that up. Almost got the first tick actually, and then wants to go in and try to kill Soon, who picks up that health pack.
Oh, very close. Grabbing that one. It is going to be Birdring that finishes off the kill. AKM grabs a Helix rocket shot onto the Zenyatta and takes him down.
I mean, while I appreciate winning the Tracer battle, honestly, I think Birdring should have just stayed in the point where no one was contesting him to get the first tick. They would be 33% closer to this cap at the moment.
Oh, this is looking pretty quick stuff. Kongdoo Panthera.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Monkey to the face.
Watch out for that one, but he is going to die. Fisher is going to help save his Widowmaker.
They just turn it, and honestly, that's going to be the power of these Zenyatas coming through. Luffy with really good target selection for his Discord orbs.
Yeah, Rascal, taking down so low, but still wanting to be in this fight. You can see Luffy as well. He's so low. Don't worry about that, though. Rogue able to grab some kills back. So second tick has come in here for Kongdoo, but answered back by Rogue with a vengeance, as there's the nano-boosted D.Va to tear them all up.
And again, maybe if Birdering stays inside the point, that's a cap instead, because you already have the 33%. I mean, you know, obviously things could transpire differently should that be the case, but I have to wonder, maybe the Tracer battle wasn't worth it. Either way, decent retake here for the side of Rogue. Have a couple ultimates to work with, including that Transcendence to buy them a lot of time on the point. Kongdoo Panthera already starting to push back in as Rascal takes the high ground.
Sound barrier comes in. They're trying to get... Oh, nice shot onto Soon. Birdering now just doing what he can. Transcendence comes out to keep them all alive. There's the pushback. AKM's going to fall down, and now it's Kongdoo Panthera saying, yep, we're going to be able to get it this time. Everyone's jumping on this point, but Rogue has nowhere to go. Soon respawned, but that was otherwise basically a team wipe.
Yep, nice opening up there from Rascal, getting the hit through the window, and actually swaps over to the Ana.
Okay.
This is a triple support push.
Hey, we've seen triple DPS, seen triple tank. Now it's triple support. I like it.
This is interesting. Is this just going to be the full offense Ana, like Biotic Grenade to deny the heals from Rogue and then just try to chip out where he can? I mean, the damage isn't
Maybe he was
huge.
just having so much fun on a sniper that he wanted to stay a sniper.
I mean, that's very possible. Oh, pulse pump out. Does that stick?
It was a cute little opportunity there to throw up onto the high ground. But
I think you take that opportunity if you have it.
Yeah, doesn't actually get the stick on anyone though, as Void. Decent usage of his vantage point.
I'm really intrigued by this. This is, I mean, we've seen quad DPS, but honestly, I'm more interested in the triple support that they have going on at the moment.
It's almost quadra support because you've got that healing from Void as well. And we've seen Soldier 76 used as a pseudo support before.
This is so intriguing to me. Either way, though, first push is not really going to find any success to the side of Kongdoo Panthera. Still do have quite a bit of time on the clock. 4 minutes, 40 seconds here for them. But Rogue, they're holding on firmly. We know, if you get dug in on point B, just how long you can drain that time bank out, if not even just hold it the entire time and deny the take at all.
I do like the staying power of a triple support composition, you know, like...
It's just so odd to me, because they're pushing up, especially on this right flank where they have to operate into the hallway. Rascal, like, if he throws a Biotic Grenade, it's not going to be able to hit any enemies, because unless he's the first man out, because it's going to clip one of his allies. So he won't be denying as much healing as he'd like. He will keep them topped off, but he also can't really get shots through, because all of his shots are going to go into the allies instead of into the enemies.
Oh!
That's
able
a good
to take
start,
down
though.
Unko, though, yeah. Void doing some work. Defense Matrix here just to try and stop them, but not sure whether it's going to be enough on the side of Nico. Void taking a lot of damage. The Primal Rage is a bit of a problem, but otherwise it's okay, and Rogue has finally found some kills back on the other side. Nico knocks Void out of the way. He's going to be able to claim this one as we've got a Winston battle. It's actually won by Nox, and Rogue once again pushed them off. 4 ultimates available on the side of Kongdoo Panthera. Rogue are answering with 4 of their own.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Perplexed?
Yep, just a little bit. They're still sticking with it. I mean, I guess they just really want the nano boost over onto the likes of Void.
Or Fisher. Could be an opportunity, but you're right, they do have that nano visor opportunity.
Doesn't connect. I mean, this does give them a lot of utility.
I just like how confusing it is.
It just seems to limit them so much as far as their damage output goes.
Sound Barrier is invested into this particular push. Pulse Bomb comes out and snaps back immediately, but doesn't find any of the kills. You can see AKM, he's got his own nano visor happening, but not quite able to find any of the opportunities. They just wait this one out. As now the jump onto the point has come in for Fisher. The Primal Rage is there. He wants to knock them off the edge and stop this from coming in. They've almost got to that first tick, but are they going to be able to stay on this point for long enough and actually get some kills? They have managed to pick up Soon. That is important.
Nico booped out, he will fall down, so the point ticks up just a little bit more. AKM going low, Biotic Grenade, you can see heals them back up, but Unko gets taken out. Rascal finding the snipes, and AKM finds the Helix Rockets yet again, but Rogue are still losing out on the exchanges. If not for those long runbacks from Kongdoo, this would be much more damning.
Yeah, Kongdoo Panthera now with everyone back up and alive. Few members still wanting to come back in, but they have made it to that first tick. Very, very important. We've got a nanoed up Diva running around on this point as well.
I mean, speaking of that, so almost another nano boost here as Rascal finds his, pops it out immediately.
Yep, throws it straight down. We know how good Rascal is at building up these ultimate charges. AKM, bit of a shooting gallery available as he just goes Soldier v Soldier, and Helix Rockets his opposite half in the face. Void's going to fall, and nicely done by Rogue. But first tick.
There we go.
Controlled.
Right. Rascal has swapped over to the Genji. So I can appreciate this. So single tank, double heal, triple DPS coming through for Kongdoo Panthera.
We've got some normalcy back again, Kilios. But
It was an interesting try. I mean, getting the double nano boost helps them get that first tick, but you would hope that it would find so much more for such an experimental composition to be running in a very crucial part of the game. I mean, match point right now, maybe 3-0ing Rogue.
Raska's so
I don't know if you try
close
this.
to going down just there. Needs to go back and grab some heals. That is going to be the kill though. Wins picks up that one onto Void, so a whole lot of that damage now missing. And attack visor also not available as well, crucially. So a minute to go, and Kongdoo Panthera still need to wait for their soldier to come back.
Yeah, it's been over a 3.5 minute hold so far for Rogue, and they only give up the first tick on the point.
Still important to have that first tick.
Oh, it certainly is.
Yeah.
Saw how much faster they could have capped the first point, point A.
Yeah.
They had it.
Panthera's defense is going to be a little bit easier. Discord Orb flies out there from Luffy. Decent high ground position from Kongdoo Panthera. They throw down the sound barrier. It looks like this could be their last opportunity to try and get this point capped already with a couple of picks as soon as Nox fall down. Thanks to that attack visor from Void up on the high ground here, doing a lot of work.
Oh, but Nico's just so annoying right now, sticking in that mech for so long and tossing out the self-destruct as well, but the bubble comes through, but he still finds
picks
Fisher.
Up one onto Fisher, yeah. Nox is able to take down Rascal as well as Rogue are fighting this one back. Luffy able to get a couple of kills, but everyone's falling left, right, and center. Nox as well with good positioning away from Void's prying eyes. Now jumps onto the point, just trying to get anything more. Looks like this is going to wear down though, so good defense from Rogue. You can see there are improvements. Oh, Fisher does make his way onto the point, but I haven't. Oh god, okay, here it is.
Yep.
Never mind.
And it's just going to be one after the other. Recall out, dash back in.
The parade onto the point, Achilleos. It's like the credit scene in Donkey Kong Country 1, if you've ever seen it. All the enemies sort of just parade past. Precisely what it looked like. God, that was a reference from like 1994.
Well, 37.1% is what was accrued for the likes of Kongdoo Panthera. Try out the triple support push.
Yeah.
And they suffer for it. Just a bit there.
Probably not the place for trying out something
exactly. That's what I'm
that
saying.
experimental
When you're at match point, when you can actually 3-0 Rogue and kind of shut up the naysayers and say like, oh well, you probably wouldn't have won that series against Liu Sakai anyway,
and
or you don't
keep
deserve
your
it.
hopes alive, right? Like
that too. Yeah, to also not have to rely.
Is so important, exactly.
On mighty AOD finding a victory. It's pretty poor timing in my opinion to try that one out. But instead, they're going to go ahead, opt in for the Torbjorn on defense.
I like it.
This
much more fun.
This I can actually support.
Yeah, would you say that Torbjorn's sort of like a support? Like the double tank single supported Luffy with the heals, but I mean, you're still throwing armor around it, stuff like that. You're somewhat supported.
The thing that I don't understand necessarily is...
See, that support is just hammering on to Luffy.
Well, I was going to say, I don't necessarily understand Rascal.
Yes.
Can he make it?
Oh, he did it. Nicely done.
All right, well, I don't necessarily understand Rascal running the Torbjorn and having Waka Waka go over onto the soldier. Seems like you would kind of want the Lucio player.
Well, Waka Waka was originally a flex player, of course.
This is
only
true.
Recently moved back to support.
But still, maybe Rascal is going to be showing off some beautiful headshots on the left click.
This is when you know that he's a Torbjorn player, by the way. Having the free ult charge from a forward-placed turret, it's important, man. You can get like 10% from the first push. And then he just puts it down again. He's got time to set it up.
As soon as they spot this Helix rocket, it's like they're going to pick it up. Oh, don't even have to use it.
Deflect is pretty dang good. But see, 10%. Already done. My point has been proven.
All right, well, for now, soon, getting ready to wrap around the back. Knows exactly where that next turret is. Works it down low. Takes it out.
Yeah, very nicely done. Nullifying that Torbjorn pretty quickly here. Waka Waka. Zone is there. Taking a lot of damage from those Helix rockets. AKM's tracking is just so good. Gets a whole lot of damage in from the side, but thankfully for Kongdoo Panthera, they do have healing available. Luffy's going to be able to help get his team back up, but now you can see high ground advantage is here as another turret is going to fall down. AKM making sure that Torbjorn is just not doing anything, and they easily stroll onto this point.
Oh, and he finds Rascal.
God.
That might just be the swap off, honestly, as his point's getting ready to go over. First tick about to come through, and only AKM going down on the side of Rogue. They can fire back and get rid of Nico as well, so Waka Waka opening things up a little bit for his team. He's not going to be the recipient of that ultimate, but the Pulse Bomb snuffs out his flame.
Yep. Well, nicely done. So Rogue are going to be able to lock down point number 1 by the looks of things. Kongdoo Panthera need to set themselves up for an extended stay at point 2 if they want to be able to take this series. Remember, it's only that first tick. 37%, I believe you said, if you want an aggregate number.
Yeah, 37.1 is all that Rogue needs. So just past that first tick, and then the map is theirs. They're making this a series. See if they can do it as they pile in.
Yeah, another turret is going to fall down. It's Wins that has his turn to grab that one.
Molten Core comes up, but it's actually not going to find anything there.
Yeah, the turret had already fallen down as well, which is the main part of that Molten Core, which is a big problem. Still, decent kills to come back, 1 for 2 now in favor of Kongdoo Panthera, so should still be able to have some control as Birdring dashing around and being a menace. Oh, really nice aim. Projectiles coming out of this Genji.
Rascal going to change things up now, moves over onto the Sombra.
I like it.
I like this a bit more compared to the...
And it has been so effective on defense here as well in a lot of these 2-point capture maps. Mostly Volskaya, we've seen it really used to great success, but we'll see what Rascal can make happen here on Hanamura. And there's the jump in from Winston. Fisher takes too much damage though. Does of course have the ultimate if he wants to keep himself up, but gets healed. Luffy's going to be taken down though. Rogue with a good start to this one soon, just taking names off to the side. Getting that flank in exactly where he wants to, and Fisher, that was desperation on the Primal Rage.
I mean, he's just trying to keep them all backed into the corner, but the Discord Orbs come through and they just rip right through them.
And Birdring's going to be taken down. AKM as well continues to do work. And in goes Rascal once again. Rogue just getting kills everywhere. Waka Waka's taken down AKM, so it's a lot of the damage missing, but can't quite find the hacks onto any of these targets. Can Rascal, and he's just going to get obliterated soon. Just always able to get himself into the right spots.
They'll need a couple more percentage here, but still the defense is holding from Kongdoo Panthera as they maintain their spot on top of the point.
Yep.
So we'll only see Rogue just keep piling in.
Yeah, nicely done from Waka Waka to get himself onto that point. Helix Rocket takes down soon as well.
All right, I apologize, Waka Waka. You can play the soldier.
Damn right I can.
The Torbjorn didn't play out quite as well as you might have hoped.
Remember, like, hit scan is one of those things that, like, so many of these players come from other FPSs, and Soldier is probably the one that translates the best. You know?
There are no other FPSs. There's only Overwatch. For time immortal, it's been the only one. This is the first-person shooter ever made.
All right. Here I was thinking that Quake was. Is that not a? That wasn't first person. Never mind. All right, never mind. Okay, AKM. Lots of damage.
Yeah, Fisher is really low. Makes it out with his life, though. Has to use the bubble. Doesn't want to drop the EMP. Rascal's holding on to it. Goes low. Actually gets taken out before he can cast it.
Yep, the Transcendence is flying in here, and Rogue are really able to capitalize on this one. Self-destruct was there. Sound barrier to keep them all healthy.
Oh, that's it.
That's going to be it. And Rogue are going to win the 2-point capture, bringing us to game number 4. Is the Kongdoo curse this strong, Achilleos?
That's a question that they have to be asking themselves right now, Rogue.
I get it.
The guy chanting for Rogue is starting to lose his voice a little bit there.
Certainly has. Rogue looking to try and make this a reverse sweep. I think his voice is just going to be gone by the last
I mean,
last
it just shows how dedicated he really is. He's giving it his all every time he leads that chant.
Absolutely perfect.
But, pretty packed audience here tonight.
Yeah, good.
Can't imagine how crazy it'll get in here if that reverse sweep comes through, or even if it just goes to map number 5.
Soon going to have a bit of a rest. This is good, you know, you need that meditation. Who needs a tactical pause when you can utilize the first 30 seconds to just sit down, just chill out, get yourself all in order.
So it looks like we're just going to be having the 2-2-2 here from Rogue on the defense, AKM yet again on the Soldier. And likely not going to see them play forward at all, should just be on top of Big Earls. Yeah. That defense, have the bubble from Nox to try to deny a little bit of damage. Then it all comes down to that target selection. Go on to whoever wins pops with that Discord orb. Scouting coming through. Luffy sees that they're not going to be playing up into that little tunnel.
Zenyatta comes in, so Birdring actually committing to this Widowmaker as well. We'll see where Rogue are going to come from. It's waiting off to the side. They're going to let this payload make it most of the way to Big Earls.
Start rounding that first corner. No need to go ahead and contest further up than they are at the moment. See how this is going to play out for Birdring. Has Waka Waka basically pocketing him, making sure that he's boosted up on that Widowmaker damage.
Yep. See whether Birdring can actually find these shots. Oh, well, Soon is going to actually find him from the side, but you can see the Mercy really helping out. Oh, that was very, very close. They were needing that pick.
Doesn't quite find it. Soon's coming back in for another pass on a Birdring. For the hits, but can't quite get it. Still has the heals coming through.
He's just buying
looking
so
for the headshot.
much time. There it is.
The back. Oh dear. All right. Well, decent push coming off the bat here for Kongdoo Panthera as they keep things moving. A little over halfway there. Rogue just waiting, kiting back as a team so they can come back in maybe for last-second contention.
But this first point, if they can actually just make it all the way up here, which it looks like they're possibly going to be able to, very dangerous times. There's the recon. Going to be able to throw that one out, and Birdring actually able to pick up the mech with that mine. Oh, dangerous. Baby Diva just going to get bunted in the back of the head.
Oh, yep. And they just help take out Nox as well, so already a strong start. And actually, Rascal, he's got the Dragon Blade going. Picks up 2 as he gets rid of Winston and Unko.
Just no more targets left for him, though.
Yeah.
Grabs that first couple of kills, but there's just no one left to take down. And Birdring, this is the least sniping and the most meleeing and, that poison.
Left clicking.
Yeah, the poison mine there as well. That's the kills that he's been getting in this game.
I mean, other than that, he's been, chunking people out.
Oh, yeah,
right off the bat, like really working down Nox, getting rid of the Diva mech. So, pretty good stuff. Pulse Bomb came through, but looks like it might have been eaten up there by a Diva.
Yeah, Rogue actually going to switch up the composition to the triple DPS once again as Rascal able to take down Nox. Dangerous stuff as there's a perfect shot over onto Nico. Soon does manage to find revenge onto Birdring. There's too much missing now on the side of Rogue and everyone's being taken down. It looks like this payload doesn't know how to stop. They've removed the brakes and Kongdoo are most certainly just running all the way through.
It's like Speed. The movie with
yeah.
Keanu Reeves and Sandra
Keep
Bullock.
it at 60.
Yeah.
Got it.
Except that payload is going maybe 6.
Yeah.
They have to keep it at 6. If it goes below that,
it's
then
more like that Father Ted episode.
everybody will die.
Where it goes at like 10 kilometers per hour or something like that. It's just hilarious. Rascal jumping around here, as you can see. Oh my goodness. Birdring switching over to the Soldier. Takes down AKM. Fisher gets rid of Unko there as well. Panthera certainly don't want to go to a game number 5. The Kongdoo Curse is something that they don't want to deal with.
I mean, you see, they're trying to delay as best as they possibly can with Nox popping the Primal Rage, but he's really not even on top of the payload. Just pops it, leaps away, gets himself out safely, but the payload just keeps on moving, and it's going to go ahead and
this
lock
push looks
into
like
point B.
Kongdoo just have like an extra 2 players on their team. This is not the coordination that we were expecting out of Rogue after their Mighty AOD series.
Not at all.
Still a few ultimates to come up for Rogue. They do have at least the Pulse Bomb. Oh, yes, Soon just being annoyed.
He thinks better of that one. Landed behind the payload, not on it, so didn't have a position to go ahead and drop that Pulse Bomb. So says, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and dip out of here real quick. But going to be match 2-2 as far as the ultimates are concerned. Nice hook in here from Birdring. Already takes down that Soon very low on Nico.
Yeah, there's going to be the Pulse Bomb, though, coming out from Soon, able to take down Luffy, which is a big deal. But Rascal just cuts them all apart. Nox able to at least answer that now that he's switched over. No, sorry, on the Winston. I thought he was a Reinhardt for a second there, but no, Birdring, he's going to be the one switching. Grabs himself the Roadhog and actually able to grab that kill onto Soon as well. I hope that was from a hook.
Transcendence thrown down, but they don't really pick up anything. In fact, they just lose Soon on the exchange. Finally do find Birdring. That visor comes out for AKM, looking for a bit more, but the boop comes through. Knocks him back behind the semi, and he actually just gets taken out by Void in the meantime.
It looks like Kongdoo Panthera just have an answer to everything.
Oh,
there's the
Self-Destruct!
throwing down as well. Just perfect ult combination from this Kongdoo Panthera side. This is a masterclass in escort, as they are making their way to this point. 3 minutes on the clock.
Sound barrier out from Rogue, going to try to buy some time. It's basically their last stand.
Answering sound barrier comes in though, as there's the self-destruct just to push them back. I'm not sure whether it's going to be enough. I mean, Nico trying to create some discord on the side of Kongdoo Panthera, but they're pushing through so well. There's the Nano Hog.
Sue keeps him alive, but he does die right there as he takes out Nico's suit. Kongdoo Panthera might be biting off a little bit more than they can chew. I say that though, but Rascal actually just fires away. Fisher as well, swinging his way to success, takes out Nico and wins the payload. Just a couple meters away, 4.6 all they need. As Nox comes back in, drops down the barrier.
He's trying to be the hero that they need, but there is only 4 meters to go, and the payload is still creeping ever closer to the end of this escort map. It's Route 66 was Kongdoo Panthera's decision, and you can see why.
Really well practiced, really well played from them overall, just really outscaling Rogue on this push so far. Self-destruct comes through, finds wins, they get Unko as well, that's all the supports, and Fisher throws down the Earth Shatter.
Just amazing, the Earth Shatter was perfect, and that's going to be it. Kongdoo Panthera, with about 2.5 minutes remaining, just waltz towards the end. And yep, I mean, the speed reference is definitely the most effective one, Achilles. You hit that nail right on the head. That was stunning. And I don't know what the coach was saying in that booth in that tack pause, but my God, it must have been doling out the Michael's secret stuff.
I mean, I don't even know which one of the members on Kongdoo Panthera would be Keanu, but either way, he got those people off the bus. They rescued them all. They got the payload into the final point.
So many Sandra Bullocks were saved today.
So much time on the payload for them, and now all the pressure in onto Rogue. After their first map victory on Hanamura, have to go the distance all the way to the finish, and hopefully with some time in the bank.
Well, Rogue, it's all on the line now. They need to get such a good push. I told a lie before, it was 2.5 minutes. It was only 2 minutes in the time bank.
That's still
quite
pretty
good.
We see a lot of people finishing these payloads, these hybrid maps with in overtime. So a lot of times there's not even any time bank for them. So to have 2 minutes 6 seconds is pretty damn good for Kongdoo Panthera.
Yep. And it was just such a casual maneuver. Just immediately, I can't really, it's hard to comprehend just how easy it was for Kongdoo Panthera at the beginning. Normally there's far more of a contest just after Big Earls, and especially on this Streets phase as well, when there's so many avenues of attack. Just Rogue were absent.
Really late transition here from Rascal. See what he's going to move over to. It's going to be Tracer. All right, so he can rejoin the team very swiftly.
Yeah, Birdring actually going to go on the defensive Widowmaker this time.
Yeah, trying to boost him up again. He's going to be looking for that intro shot. Up here with a grappling hook, turn, try to get a headshot to open up the map. If he can find somebody like Unko or Soon, that'd be huge. Jump zip, not going to get anything.
Big fat Winston.
He gets a shot on the Nox, but outside of that, he's just going to be giving some ultimate meterage over to the side of the likes of Unko.
Yeah, now trying to just get himself into a position where he can possibly just body shot Soon to death.
Oh,
there it is!
Yep.
Like I said, body shot Soon to death.
Yeah, just takes him out. Really nicely done.
The body,
no Tracer.
The benefit of having that Mercy boosting you means that Tracer's just gonna die.
It's such a small window as well to actually get that shot off, but he finds it perfectly. So really nicely done. See if you can keep going with this. It's already 50% of the way towards that infra site.
Yeah. Oh, able to get a whole bunch of hits here as this
there
dive, not quite enough. Birdring just grabs Nox. Now flying around, we'll see what he can get. Oh, that was so close to a headshot there onto AKM. Just creating some discord. There it is. Nico not going to be able to find any deflection on that particular bullet.
Oh boy. Rogue fans, not like this.
Not like this.
Well, they got to be saying at the moment. To get shut out. If this is just a full hold for Kongdoo Panthera to win the set, to reinstill confidence in themselves after getting reverse swept against the Lunatic High, to keep their hopes alive to make it into the round of 8, this would be one hell of a statement. A lot of work to be done by Rogue at the moment as Waka Waka already has that res ready to go.
One hell of a story here as well for Kongdoo. The Kongdoo organization here in Overwatch as well, with all of the switch-ups that they've made, all of the fact that it's just they've been interesting decisions, but no, Rogue is answering back for the moment.
It's a good start, but that's going to be the res. Brings them both back to life.
Make sure everyone is still alive. Rascal and Void very, very low, though. Have to be careful. Rascal is going to be falling. Nico takes down Fisher as well. Transcendence was thrown out.
Yanko trying to keep them all alive here, and several kills coming through. It's really just Birdring, and as I say that, he goes down. The pulse bomb from Soon finds him.
I feel like we cast a curse Kongdoo Panthera there just a little bit.
We might have done that. Oh well.
Unfortunate.
Either way, Rogue will not back down. 4.5 minutes on the clock for these guys as they move into the streets phase. Still a long ways to go if they want to make this. There's a decent first hold to start things off here from Panthera. They're actually going to be sticking in with this Widowmaker so far, but Fisher goes down right off the bat. Sunko finds a kill. Just poking in from the backside. Just
yeah, really good harassment here from Soon as well, just to make sure that everyone has to respect him. AKM going down so low. I believe that was a mine as the self-destruct comes in. AKM takes down Rascal. And Rogue really coming back to life here in this streets phase.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Just pushing so far forward, shoving Kongdoo Panthera back towards the spawns and coming up with multiple kills. They chase in, they get murdering Nico. Going off on the Diva.
He's a man possessed.
Here we go. What looked like a very rough start. Just gets completely spun on its head as Rogue are basically replicating the performance of Kongdoo Panthera at this point, just shoving that payload all the way in towards point B.
They're making Route 66 look like the easiest attack escort map in the game right now, Achilleos. Both of these teams with pretty dominating attack performances.
And that Primal Rage getting popped up there by Fisher, and Unko uses the Transcendence. Keeps him alive and soon goes down.
Yeah, it's going to be the answering kill, though, as AKM takes down Luffy, and the attack visor now comes in. Void looking for some kills. Doesn't have too many options, though, as Rascal was dancing in there. AKM just takes him down with the Helix Rocket. And that's going to be the end of that. Absolutely nothing there, as Rascal just crit with like 2 bullets and just dies.
Yeah, Fisher buys him a little bit more time. Luffy sneaking around the payload. Just draining a couple seconds off the time bank, but here we go. 4 minutes, 18 seconds available for Rogue. Half of that time, all they need to match Kongdoo Panthera. If they can get it done faster, it would be one hell of a turnaround for them.
This
Their
is
hopes
the test.
alive and force out that map 5.
This is the test for Rogue, though, because Fisher's now on that Reinhardt that we've seen him do so much work on, especially on Numbani earlier on. He's Earth Shattered to honestly win them that map. See whether he can have another one of those, but it's not going to be helpful if Rascal's just dead.
Yeah, that's a good start. He's going straight in on the Discord Orb target now, looking for Bird Ring. Gets him. 2 picks already coming through for the Tracer. Soon having a much better performance now.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb flew out, but was eaten by the Diva.
That's 4 members dead. Void getting ready to get popped out of that mech suit. Can he make it back? The answer is going to be no.
Oh, really good.
The payload, look how close this is
well.
already.
Yeah, exactly right. And look, this time bank is actually even going to be bigger than what Kongdoo Panthera were able to put together. Still, another opportunity for a defense. Can they actually do it? Kongdoo Panthera know that it's all on the line right now. They do stop it. It's got 2.5 meters to go as the Transcendence comes in from Rogue. They really want to try and answer this, but it's going to be Birdring grabbing wins. AKM answering back, but he's going to fall immediately. Rascal grabs that kill. Kongdoo Panthera have lost 2 as 2. Only 2 missing on both sides, but Rogue, can they break through this defense?
They're trying to just go ahead and shove them off. Have that Primal Rage going through. But the Earth Shatter comes through from Fisher, trying to keep their hopes alive. Pin in on the Nox. They take him out. Throws out the Flame Strike. Won't find much else other than a little bit of percentage going back up for another Earth Shatter. But it's 1.38 meters here for Kongdoo Panthera. The hopes that they have alive all ride on those few feet that Rogue have to close the distance on. The picks are coming through for Kongdoo. They're staving this off, at least for the moment. The rollback should start happening here soon.
Birdring will almost have that whole hog available as well relatively soon, so it can push them off this point. They do try and go for these dives. 2 minutes. Rogue know that they just need to try and cap this point. Now the time bank is going to be in favor of Kongdoo if this is going to be pushed forward. Panthera have set themselves up now to get some control.
I mean, Birdring can really make or break a push from the side of Rogue. If he finds Unko or wins, gets rid of him, that's 1 less support. No Transcendence coming through. So look for those hooks. That one missing out. Rollback comes through just a little bit. It's about 5 meters or so to go for Rogue. So still extremely
Nox.
close.
He's going to get picked off. Birdring actually grabbed that one. Self-destruct was there, just thrown out. Not actually found. Oh my goodness. It's Unko that's able to pick up 2 with these orbs. A pulse bomb onto Fisher as well. As soon gets his angle. Luffy's going to die at the same time. Without that frontline, Rogue look to be able to push this one forward. Yeah, can Kongdoo utilize this in order to stay alive though? Unko says no as he picks up 2 kills.
There's no one on it. They have to get on it.
Oh my god, that's almost a team wipe.
Fisher goes down. That should be it. Luffy pushing his way in, but they're going to go ahead. They're going to finish this push.
Oh god,
by
Rascal.
the look of it. Too many members dead. They complete the push. And Rogue keep their hopes alive. 1 minute 10 seconds, I believe, on that time bank. So almost a full minute shorter than that of Kongdoo's, but they extend the map. They keep it alive. all comes down to this, the tiebreaker.
And Rogue, I mean, they're certainly playing with the fans' hearts. They win the 2-point capture, now bring us to this tiebreaker on Escort on Route 66 after what was an utterly abysmal defensive phase. Then their attack phase was fantastic. Kongdoo Panthera really not necessarily finding a foothold there on the defense until the very end.
I gotta say, really excellent job by both Unko and Soon, especially those two, on that final push. Unko coming up with so many kills, on the
man.
Zenyatta, like double into Transcendence to just keep it going, make sure that push is maintained. Soon coming up with multiple kills, Pulse Bomb, getting rid of the Reinhardt, straight in onto Rascal, just finishing them off, just working through them. So really solid performance from them because, I mean, Soon he started off the day really strong, especially on Oasis in University, and then it kind of fell off a little bit from there. He was losing out on those Tracer battles to the likes of Birdring, to Rascal when he was operating on it, and this has just been a good turnaround performance from him.
Yeah, certainly been impressive, but they have to keep it up. All of these players, only a minute 10, already ticking down. A lot of this is going to be done in overtime, Achilles, I have a feeling.
Almost certainly. I mean, if they could get it all the way to point A in less than a minute, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, it almost doesn't
But, I mean, that's a good
enough.
start.
Birdring, yeah, he's going to fall down. Unko, I don't know what is happening right now.
He is bloodthirsty on this Zenyatta right now. So finds another one. They keep the push going. Strong stuff.
Kongdoo just waiting to get their 6 back in order, but soon just being frustrating off to the side. Birdring's going to need to answer that as Unko still. I feel like we need to keep the camera on this guy and find out how he's hitting all of these orbs so perfectly. Discords fly out. Rascal's able to pick up soon. Nico's going to lose his mech. AKM falls as well as Void is playing fantastically well off to the side now.
All right, decent little fire back there, but yeah, Nox goes down. So Rascal will have to sprint his way back in. Only member that has an ultimate right now on the side of Kongdoo Panthera. A couple members not too far off. Waka Waka just now getting the resurrection. That could be the one that turns the tide. Keeps them in this.
Self-destruct is available here as well very, very soon on the side of Kongdoo Panthera as the res is also there. Nox is going to die. Unko dead as well. That is 3 down. And Kongdoo Panthera might just put an end to the hopes in the overtime right here. My God. Birdring with so much damage off to the side, and the attack fires are doing the work.
That's going to be it. Soon goes back in, tags in onto the point, but nobody else can get there in time. The overtime will tick down, and it's just about 62 meters, all that Kongdoo Panthera need.
This is going to have to be a heroic defense. And there's, remember, an extra minute for Kongdoo as well. That 2 minutes and 10 that they're able to lock down with their breeze through on the attack.
I mean, we've seen so many teams complete the pushes in overtime, but Rogue, just one after the other. The ultimates coming in much swifter for the side of Kongdoo Panthera. They have plenty to layer. They have the backup of the Resurrect available for them. They find the victory there, stop out the push, and now don't have too far to go, just to the far corner of Big Earls.
Yep, can't even get to the parking lot of Big Earls. That is disappointing. I'm not even sure whether there is one, really. However, certainly not in the middle of the road. So unfortunate stuff for Rogue fans, but they still have an opportunity to hold. 2 minutes is not a massively large amount of time, but it is still going to be so difficult.
For the distance that has to be achieved,
yeah,
2 minutes is, on paper, plenty of time for Kongdoo Panthera, but like you said, one hell of a defense here for the side of Rogue. You see, that's why they're pulling out all the stops. They're playing very far forward. This is going to be high risk, high reward. If they get picked off right at the beginning, it's going to be a big opening for Kongdoo to go ahead and close this set out with a 3-1. They do have their staple triple DPS coming through. Nico operating back in over onto that Genji.
Yeah, Luffy actually finds them off to the side there as well, so nice scouting. Birdring getting charged up, wanting to try and grab some of these kills from the really forward positioning of Rogue. Yeah, Nox already taken out, wins to follow. That is frontline and support already removed. Oh my God, Kongdoo, what is this?
Just absolutely ripping through them. Rascal winning the Genji battle as well. Soon gets the recall off on Tracer, but he's still basically dead to rights. He'll fall in the end. The boop from the D.Va takes him out. Recalls coming through from Rogue. They have wins to speed them up. They can contest this, but it's still going to be so very close. The payload is going to get quite a bit of distance gained on this push.
They only Only a couple of opportunities here for any
halfway
sort
there.
of wipes. I feel like they're not going to be able to make it back in after this one. So last-ditch defense from Rogue to try and stop this payload. Soon gets himself up there, but now you can hear the music. We are closing in already.
Good start though, Nico opening up Rascal, getting rid of him. Good pick off, and you can see Kongdoo Panthera. They don't want to bite this in the 5v6. They want to go in this full members ready to go, so Rascal can dash around the backside, finish off multiple low members as Birdring tries to open up their HP bars. Bomb comes through, finds him though, so nice pick off. Just buying more and more time, still 45 seconds on the clock. And about 15 meters left for Kongdoo Panthera.
Yeah, we've got to have the respawn coming in from Birdring there as well. Soon's taken down by Luffy, the answering god of the Zenyatta.
Can he get it done? No,
Oh,
Nico!
no, Nico.
That's going to be so crucial. Loses the Dragon Blade, only gets a couple swipes off, no kills coming through.
And loses his life as well. It's so important to keep members
And
alive.
they get Unko.
This is so dangerous. The payload starts moving again. No distance remaining. This is so close. As Soon wants to get himself onto the point. He snaps himself back. He survives for a moment, but oh my god.
That's going to be it.
Is going ballistic. This is going to be Kongdoo Panthera keeping their hopes alive in game number 4. No longer relying on Mighty AOD to win over Lunatic High.
And you can see it from the players' reactions. You can hear it from the crowd. Absolutely exploding. Korea reigning supreme as Fisher picks up the flag. It's a little bit charred out, that flag. They went, they went through the meat grinder.
Well,
on
they
those
did
last
on
two
two-point
maps,
capture as well.
But Kongdoo, they keep it going for themselves. They give